To be here, so congratulations. It's a great start to the day. I would like to welcome you all to Meatstock in Toowoomba, and specifically I would like to welcome you to the Australia's Strongest Middleweight Series. We are very, very excited to bring you Australia's strongest men and women. And I would like to introduce you to my very special guest MC for the day. My name's Nick, by the way. Nicole, but you can call me Nick, we're friends. We're friends here. So I'd like to introduce to you an incredible woman. She's also the friendliest person you'll probably meet. But Miss Allarine Clare, who is Australia's strongest woman for 2022. So let's give her a round of applause.
Hey everyone. Thank you.
If any of you were watching KO Sports 2 weekends ago.
Yeah, 2 weekends ago I competed in Australia's Strongest Man and Woman and came out on top, so I'm super stoked about that.
Abs came out on top. She absolutely demolished the competition. I think you took four event wins, if I'm not mistaken, or five. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. 5 event wins for Miss Allarine Clare, Australia's strongest woman. So we have handpicked a group of the strongest men and women across Australia. So this varies a little bit from Australia's Strongest Man and Woman that was held at Meatstock in Melbourne. These middleweight athletes are categorised in women's under 73 kilos and women's under 82 kilos. The men are under 90 kilos and under 105 kilos, but do not let that fool you. They are very, very strong and they will put on a very good show for you this weekend. We have 6 events running over 2 days, so 3 events for today, 3 events for tomorrow. You're not going to want to miss it. But I think they're finished warming up. I think we should get them out. Do you want to meet them? All right, we might start with the men. All right, so we might start with the... Oh, okay. We'll start with the under 90 kilo men, starting with James Ryan from Hobart in Tasmania. Next up is one of your locals, Mark Laylor from Redland Bay in Queensland. Next up is from Victoria, but don't hold that against him, Mr. Lee Shaw from Geelong. And last but not least, we're very happy they let this man out of Perth, Naramu Ahibene. Moving on to the 105 men, Mr. Charles Van der Kirk from Brisbane in Queensland. Next up from Geelong in Victoria, Tyson Morrissey. All the way from the Gong in New South Wales, James Lation. Next up, all the way from New Zealand, Mr. Tyler Simpson. This man's had a hell of a trip to get here, Mr. Nathaniel Westling from Katherine in the Northern Territory. And last but not least, rounding out your men's athletes, Declan Marvis from Geelong in Victoria. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Australia's strongest middleweight men. Thanks, gents. I'll let you go back and get ready. And we can't forget the ladies. They may be small, but they are very, very mighty. So I will start with the under 73 kilo women, starting with Annalise Bevan from New South Wales. Next up from Wagga Wagga, M. Naismith. Keep that applause going. Next up, Camilla Fogagnolo from South Australia. And next up, your homegrown girl from Brisbane, Alira Verity. All right, on to the under 82s. First up, Red Weird from Brisbane. Wear it from Warrnambool in Victoria, Liz Aiken. Another woman that's made the trip from WA, Megan Clark. Woo. And last but not least, from Nowra in New South Wales, Jamie Morris. These are Australia's strongest middleweight women. Thank you, ladies. I'll let you go back and warm up. Another round of applause for all of our athletes today. And they've been warming up for a while, haven't they, Al? They are ready to go. So we'd like to run you through our first event of the day. There are 3 events that we'll be going through. The first will be running straight down the middle, and this is an overhead medley.
There's overhead medley.
It's an overhead. We love an overhead event, don't we?
We do love an overhead medley and an overhead event, so I'm looking forward to seeing the guys come out first on this one.
The guys will come out first, so it'll be the under 90 kilo men, starting with James Ryan. And we might talk you through these weights. So the first bar that we have here, what have we got on here, Al?
So on this bar here, we've got 95 kgs. So the men will be picking this up over their heads, and that is their start weight. So 95 kgs, that's pretty heavy.
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
It's pretty heavy. That's heavier than these guys. And they've got to move on to this second one. What do we got here?
We've got 105, so 105 kgs on the second bar.
Yep, the third one.
We have 115 kgs on our third bar, so we're getting heavier and heavier as they go through.
Next.
125, so 125 kgs on this axle bar.
And the lucky last.
135 kgs.
135 kilos, so roughly the size of your fridge at home. I think we'd hit a fridge probably about back here.
It's about this one.
But yeah, if you've got one of those fancy double door French kind of whiz-bang ones, fridge freezer combo, you're looking at about here. So I'm very, very excited to see these boys lift these weights above their head.
It'll be good. It'll be a good test of overhead strength as well as athletic abilities.
And that's right, they don't just have to be strong, they've got to be fit too. We can't have these boys not able to run quickly. So they've got 60 seconds. We will say athlete ready and go. They will have to clean and press each of these, moving all the way up to the end. They have to get the bar straight overhead with their arms locked out. Their feet must come to a standstill underneath their hips, and they must roll through all 5. We have our beautiful guest ref over here, Coco, who is last year's, he's the rating prior to our last
He's our 2019
ASM.
Australia's Strongest Man, and he is actually heading over to America to compete in our World's Strongest Man.
And he's from the Gold Coast, so he's one of yours. We're very happy to have him here today. But they will have 60 seconds to work their way down these bars. They must wait for this lovely thing that we call a down call. Can everyone say down? A bit louder, down. Thank you. They must wait for the down call in order to progress onto the next bar. They cannot dump the bar behind them, so if they get really excited, drop it behind and move forward. That will be a no rep. They'll have to run all the way back around and do it again. They also can't drop it overhead straight down onto the floor. They must control it to the floor, step over the bar, move on to the next weight.
That is right.
That's it. But they're very seasoned, experienced men. I think they'll have it well within their reach. And it looks like we are getting ready to go. All right, so we might look at calling out our first athlete. Coco, are you ready?
When you're ready.
We'll get everyone in position and ready to go. All right, we are ready. So can we welcome to the Strongman Arena, Mr. James Ryan. He's getting his elbow sleeves on. Oh. What do elbow sleeves do, Ali?
Oh, well, they warm up the old elbows and they keep them protected when they're pressing.
Fantastic. And where's my timekeeper? We have to let him know how much time he's got left to roll through. All right. Yep. All right. Athlete, ready. Go. All right, let's make some noise for James as he works his way through.
Beautiful. Beautiful press.
Smash that first bar. He's only 10 seconds in. Straight up to the shoulders. Beautiful work, James. Come on, James.
Let's go.
20 seconds in. Come on, James. Reset. You've got this. Come on, James. Let's go. Get under, James. Just losing it there. He's got 20 seconds to go. 20 seconds on the clock for James. Come on. That's it. 10 seconds to go. That's it. Come on, James. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's time for James.
Fantastic effort.
That's a fantastic effort. I know his max axle sits about 110, so that's an incredible effort for him.
But it really shows how heavy these weights are, you know. You go through the first two, you get to this one.
Yeah.
115 is no joke.
It is no joke, and they're pretty puffed by the time they get there. You'll notice that some of our athletes are wearing belts. They cannot rest the bar on the belt. It must sit up on their chest until they get it to their shoulders. But we might bring out our next athlete. That is Mark. He's ready to go. He's almost on the floor. Let's go,
Let's
Mark.
hear it for Mark, guys. Come on.
All right, Mark. Athlete ready. Go. Easy press for Mark. Absolute speed. Beautiful. He's 10 seconds in. He's got plenty of time. Beautiful, Mark.
Oh, beautiful
That
press.
will count. Moving on. He's got 30 seconds left. Come on, Mark. Beautiful. He's up and he's there.
Well done.
You've got 20 seconds to go. 20 seconds, Mark. 20
Let's see if
seconds.
we can finish this off.
15 seconds. That's it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2. He's going to leave it there.
Phenomenal effort there
Incredible
from
effort
Mark.
by Mark, whose axle press is a mean 140. Well done, my friend. So athletes will receive a split time as they move through these presses. So if you can get them done quickly, you may well come ahead of other athletes who lifted the same weight as you. It's not necessarily how much you can get. If you can get there quickly, it may well work in your favor. So we have to give a shout out to these lovely men and women in the khaki or olive green, depending on what your colour spectrum's like. They do the hardest job of the weekend, spotting and loading all of these weights. They do an absolutely incredible job. But the next man I want to get out here is Mr. Lee Shaw, who I know loves an overhead press. Let's go, Lee. Athlete, are you ready? Go. Quick press there by Lee as he runs on to the next. Making quick work.
He's moving fast through these weights.
Beautiful work, Lee. He's only 20 seconds in. He's got plenty of time. Beautiful work, Lee.
There we
He's
go.
got 30
And last
seconds.
one.
30 seconds to go for Lee. Come on. We want to see it. Yes! Ladies and gentlemen.
Magnificent
There it
effort
is.
from Lee Shaw today. Our first
Lee
under 90
Shaw.
to finish the round.
40 seconds is the time to beat from Lee Shaw. 40 seconds. As we reset these weights, we will welcome Naramu. If you have trouble saying that, you can call him Na. We are very excited to see him back on the comp floor again. Athlete, are you ready? Go! Easy by Na as he rolls on. Straight up. Looking fierce.
Narimu here just powering through.
No,
he knows what he needs to do to win this event.
Split jerk. He's got time, 25 seconds in.
Come on, let's get behind him, guys.
Sets himself.
Beautiful. Well done, Narimu Wahipine. Our second under 90 to finish the Medley run.
Naramu Ahipene, he did not come to muck around. He rolled through that in 34 seconds, so he will take the event win. And I think we better have a chat to him.
Yep, stay there, my friend. Okay.
Yeah. How you feeling? You caught your breath after that one?
Yeah, not too bad. I'm all right at the moment, yeah.
We are absolutely stoked to see you back on the comp floor, my friend. Last time we saw you on a stage like this competing, it's been a while. You've got some accolades to your name, including the world's strongest man under 90 kilos. What's it mean for you to be back here competing in your home country with men such as these?
Well, home country's New Zealand, so I'll correct you there. But yeah, no, look, Australia's been awesome to me, so look, I really love it because we've got a really cool community here, and we've been staffed of, strongman and strongman competition here in Australia for a little while, for obvious reasons. So it was just good to get back out there, do my best and try to put on a show and inspire some up-and-coming strongman, stuff like that. So really enjoying it.
Absolutely. We know that Overhead is a absolutely stellar event for you, well within your wheelhouse. If I'm not mistaken, you hold the world record in the axle press. Can you explain to the people what your mindset was like coming into this event?
Well, the world record was broken by like 400 grams or something like that, so I don't hold it at the moment. But look, you just got to execute, put in the work and get the reps and training, and then just execute out on the floor. That's all the whole day will come down to, really. Everyone's around the same strength, so just needed to get the work done.
Absolutely. We can't wait to see what you do for the rest of the weekend. Absolutely loved it. Everyone,
Sorry.
As we roll on, we will let our loaders and spotters see for these women. Move on to the 105.
105.
5 men moving up in gentlemen. Bar number 1 here will start 110 kilos to 120 and end.
150 kilos is really no job. We love.
So first up, we've got Carl van der Kerk. And we're not quite ready, but it is really exciting because we're seeing a lot of athletes training for the last years.
Yeah.
People home gyms in there, not necessarily people that we may have seen on the comp floor.
There's so much new talent coming through. And it's a really great thing. Growing, and that's what we want to see.
Really, I cannot wait to see what's do. And the women, it's great to see a lot of women who have over from powerlifting, from CrossFit and things like that. Absolutely. Yeah. Just seeing so many new women come in.
They're real hybrids now, they can do CrossFit, powerlifting and strongman, and that's what we want. We want to see women lifting all the
Yeah,
it's not just a man's sport, you know, it's both.
Damn right, it's both. There's some strong women in this country, and we can't wait to bring them out a little bit later. It looks like we're putting the finishing touches on the bars. I believe we are ready to go. Coco, we're ready. You'll see Tyler putting a bit of